Alright, so the story for Virtue's Last Reward follows our main character Sigma, who is a 20-year-old college student who finds himself locked in an elevator with a woman named Faye. He has no idea how he got there, he has no idea who this woman is. All he knows is that a screen pops up and this rabbit says, if you do not escape this elevator in 9 minutes, this elevator is going to fall and you're going to die. And they of course escape, but they also find out there are 7 other people that are trapped with them, so that makes 9, just like in the last game. While they wait around, they decide, you know what, let's get to know one another. And right when that happens, boom, the screen lights up and the rabbit's there and it says, welcome to the Nonari game, Ambidex Edition. So the Nonari game is the same thing. You have to find the number 9 door. The thing is, the number 9 door is already there. They could see it from where they're standing. The thing is, you have to have the number 9 on your watch. Everybody has number 3, and they're like, what the hell is that? Well, that's where the Ambidex Edition comes in. The Ambidex Edition pretty much is a contest. Whoever wins gets points, and whoever gets up to 9 will be able to leave the door that has the number 9 on it. Now, the thing is, the number 9 door only opens once, so if everybody has the number 9, they all leave at once. But if only one does and they decide to open it, they'll have to leave and everybody else is stuck forever. So yeah, that's pretty much the story, and I have to admit, I loved 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. It had an amazing story, and here, the sequel, I have to admit, is just as good, if not better. The characters here are so memorable. Hell, I'll just say either lovable or hateable. Sometimes they're hateable because they want you to hate them, which is, you know, good. I don't want everybody to be lovable. Some of them have to be hateable, just like in the last game. The writing is also some of the best out there for a video game, which is good, seeing that this game is mostly just dialogue. And I also love in the writing how each character, there's 9 of them all together, and each of them all have their little special moment or part where they have to explain some of their backstory, and it feels very well done and just not out of place at all. And while the story at first seems like it'll be really short, you could beat it in about 5 or 6 hours, there is so much replay value because there are so many different endings that you can get and so many different pieces of dialogue and different things that you can do in this game. There are just so many different paths that this game will last you way longer than 6 hours. Hell, you could like quadruple that probably. So yeah, I went on forever with the story, but that is a good thing, seeing that this game is all about story, and the story here is so amazing. It really is. It's the best this year so far, and I don't think anything else is going to top it. So there you go. The story for Virtue's Last Reward is absolutely amazing. But now let us talk about the sound, which of course I start off with the voice acting, and the voice acting here is very well done. It really is, and that's very surprising, seeing that it is a Japanese anime-ish type game, and most of the voice acting for those type of games aren't good. Here it's actually very well done. All the characters match the way they look and the way they actually act, and that's a really good thing. The voice acting here for the most part is great. The sound design, there's not really much sound design, seeing that it's more like a text-based adventure, except of course with some pictures, but it's okay, I guess. And the soundtrack here really adds to the intensity of some of the moments, which is good. So overall, I think the sound here is very well done. But now let us talk about the graphics, which this time 999 was a 2D style game. This one went 3D, which is cool because all the character models have their own distinct little features and animations, and it's really cool when you hear the voice acting to actually see these characters move around like they're in 3D and have their own little special features and little animations that are unique to them. That's really cool. And for the most part, the environments look really well done. The character models are all colorful and cel shaded looking, which is good. And you know, the game itself just looks really crisp on a PS Vita, and that's what I played it on. I don't know about 3DS, but PS Vita, this game looks really damn good. So yeah, the graphics here are very, very well done. But now we talk about the gameplay, which, like I said before, this game is mostly just dialogue, so don't expect too much like action. You're not going to get that. You might get some action, but you're not going to play it. You'll be watching it. The game here is mostly dialogue, but there are times where you actually go into a room and all the doors are locked and you have to find a way out. That's what they call the escape portion. In these parts, you have to go and solve certain puzzles and unlock things to unlock other things. Pretty much if you find a safe, you unlock that, so you can unlock a door and escape. And this is where the puzzle portion comes in, and I have to admit, just like in the last game, the puzzles here really stumped me at times and actually kind of frustrated me, but in a good way, because when I figured it out finally by myself without any walkthroughs, I was like, yeah, I was like fist pumping. I was like, yeah, Freaking America. And if you replay this game over and over, then you'll have plenty of these escape rooms. So if this is like your favorite part and you don't care about the story, there are plenty of them. I would say about around 20 of them. So there you go. That's like 30-40 minutes, maybe even an hour each. That's like 20 hours of gameplay right there, just for you. But for me, the main reason why I wanted to play this game is the story, not the puzzles. The puzzles are great. Those are great distractions to make me feel smart when I finish them. But the thing I couldn't wait for in this game was the story. And like I said, it is absolutely amazing and it did not let me down at all. But the great thing about this story is that when you replay a game, if you replay a certain portion of this game, you will be able to skip the text that you already read and the dialogue you've already listened to, which is a great thing, which 999 did not really have. But the last thing that makes this game so awesome and so highly replayable is the thing called the flow chart. And in this chart, you can access it whenever you want, and you actually go back to whatever portion you want to go back to. You can actually go back to a portion where you made a wrong decision and say, you know what, I want to make the different decision and see where that's going to take me. It's just awesome to see all this stuff unfold at one ending and then be able to go back and go to a different path and see that ending and then do it again for a different one. It's awesome. There's just so many different things you could do, so many different endings to get, and each one of them are, it's not even close to disappointing when you get one. So overall, this is exactly what I wanted from a sequel to 999. I wanted more memorable characters, great writing, fantastic twists, so many different possibilities, and great puzzles that challenged me. And the only thing I could say that is a negative is that this game frustrated me sometimes. That's it. Everything else is absolutely outstanding for this game, one of the best of the year. I'm giving this a perfect score of a 5 out of 5, and it definitely deserves that. So now you owe it to yourself to play this and 999 because they are both amazing portable games, some of the best out there, and hell, some of the best stories in video games of all time. So there you go. There's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you and goodbye.